Today we will learn about the basic structure of cell, which is little bit different in different type of living organisms.
Basic structure of cell, if you will see, it has three main parts. First is it has a outer covering called as cell membrane. Inside the cell membrane, a gel-like material is present called as cytoplasm, and inside the cytoplasm, the important part which is present is called nucleus, and many different types of cell organelles. So we'll see about the cell structure. So the cell structure basically is composed of cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, and the cell organelles. So if you'll see the structure of a cell, it has a outer covering called as cell membrane. Inside this cell membrane, you'll see a gel-like material which holds all the components of cell inside, and this gel-like material is called cytoplasm. Now this cytoplasm helps in different types of chemical reactions to take place inside the cell, and many of the materials which move from inside of the cells to outside or outside of the cell to inside is with the help of this cytoplasm. So apart from this, what is present inside the cell? So there is the most important part of the cell called as nucleus. The nucleus is covered by an outer membrane called as nuclear membrane. Inside the nucleus is present a very dense region which plays a very important role in the cell division. So this dense region is called nucleolus. And apart from this, inside the nucleus, what is present is the chromatin network. Now this chromatin network have the genetic material called as DNA in it. So the nucleus also contain a thin chromatin network, or we can say chromosomes inside the nucleus. So all these three components form which part of the cell? It forms nucleus of the cell. So you can see the third component of the cell is nucleus. Now this nucleus can be central in some cells or can be peripheral in some cells depending on the type of cell. So apart from this, what you can see is the cell organelles are present in the cell. So there are different types of cell organelles which are present in the cell. So that is, you have endoplasmic reticulum attached to the nucleus, Golgi bodies, small vacuoles in case of animal cells. In case of plant cells, the vacuoles are very big. Powerhouse of the cell called as mitochondria. So all the energy which is present inside the body is produced with the help of mitochondria. So the different types of cell organelles are mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, and many more. So all this forms the cell organelles of a cell. Now, as you all can see, the cell structure is formed by the outer covering called as cell membrane, which protects all the internal organs of the cell, and inside the cell is jelly fluid present, which is called the cytoplasm. This cytoplasm helps in taking place of many chemical reactions inside the cell and helps in diffusion of many of the particles from inside to outside and outside to inside of the cell. And the nucleus, which has an outer covering called as nuclear membrane and a dense structure called as nucleolus, and a thin thread-like structures called as chromatin networks, which have the genetic material DNA present in it, and they all form the main important structure or a part of a cell called as nucleus. And apart from this, the cell is fully filled with many cell organelles which have different functions like lysosomes, ribosomes, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and Golgi apparatus. So all this forms the cell organelles of the cell. Understand the basic structure of the cell, that is the basic structure of cell, which contains cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, and cell organelles.
I hope you understood the structure of cell. So can you label these parts of the cell which is shown in this picture? Here are the parts of this cell. It looks little bit different because this picture only shows you the parts of cell which is visible in a normal compound microscope. So if you see in a normal compound microscope, you will only be able to see the cell membrane, nucleus, and the cytoplasm. Rest all cell organelles which are present, they are very microscopic. So from a normal microscope we can't view the structures. I hope you understood this basic structure of cell which is present in all the living organisms. But as we know that there are different types of living organisms like unicellular, multicellular organisms, plants and animals. So the cells which are present in all these organisms are little bit different. So these different types of cells like prokaryotic cell, eukaryotic cell, plant cell and animal cell, all this difference we'll be studying in our next video.